them. It may be a word, it may be a sentence or an entire phrase. But if I don't do it, I feel like I'm gonna just explode at the seams and pop open and just then there's palilalia, which I don't have, and that's when somebody, fortunately, I don't think I can handle anymore, when I repeat my own words back to myself. So coprolalia, echolalia, and copropraxia, along with the body movements and things of that nature. And sometimes I'll put my hands in my face, and this has been a chronic tic, especially when I'm very, very, very tense. I'll get this very tense sensation, and I'll put my face in my hands, and I will screech, and it's ear-piercing, and everybody gets really afraid and weirded out. They're like, oh my god, what is that sound? He's being murdered. Barking. I thought about it, and I had to do it. And that sound, which I do quite often. I do that more than the swearing and things. A lot more, actually. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can say about Tourette syndrome at the moment, other than that I encourage everyone to go out and do research on Tourette syndrome, educate yourselves, and I realize that a lot of the things that I say or do sometimes are funny, and I don't mind people laughing, but there's a certain way to laugh at people, you know? Pointing at them and laughing and being ridiculous and obnoxious is not the way to... There's a you know, I don't know if charismatic is the word I want to use here, but a certain, I don't know, panache or whatever that you should use in that, you know, walking up to somebody and mimicking their tics, or, you know, going, you know, making retard faces at them and things, which I've had people do, especially when I go like that. I shake my head. People will come up to me and they'll go, and that's not nice. Don't do that. It's painful, it's embarrassing, it hurts, so please don't do that. Try to be kind and understanding of people with any disability or anything, or just in general. You should be nice to people as much as possible. Fortunately, right, I don't know if I said this already, but right now my tics are kind of medium. Other times my tics are very light. Other times they're almost debilitating to the point that I pretty much just have to lay on my bed or in the living room and get them all out, and you know, I'll kick on the floor and scream and smash the floor with my hands, and it's really intense, and it feels like I'm gonna just... I feel like a tire that's being pumped too full of air, and it's building and building and building, and I feel like I'm gonna explode, and I can't do anything about it. That's what a tic feels like. It's been described as like a sneeze, or trying not to breathe, or blink, trying not to blink, and that intense sensation you get in your face and your and in your wanting to blink. But I would describe it as just this really intense buildup of energy. And if you hold it back, it just gets worse and worse and worse, and eventually you just pop and it comes out. You just have to get out that energy, and trying to think of a good visual. The best visual I could think of was, I don't know how many people saw the movie The Hulk. I don't know who liked it and who did. Not The Incredible Hulk, but the first one that they made. And it was an alright movie. Toward the end of the movie, you know, it starts getting interesting because he, you know, it's kind of slow going, but he starts to become the Hulk and blah, blah, blah. But he's fighting the guy, whatever his name is, at the end, and the other guy's trying to suck out all the gamma radiation, and they're in this lake or whatever, and the energy is building into this giant bubble, this mass. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's like it's getting too big, you know, to where he can't even handle it, and they have this huge gamma radiation explosion. That's kind of what it feels like in your body, if you can imagine that. Build up, build up, build up, boom! And unfortunately, I won't turn green and big and start smashing things, but I can dream. I'll just smash myself in the face occasionally. I do inflict a lot of injury on myself and others. Sometimes I really don't mean to, and so yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say about Tourette syndrome. I also want to, I'm going to make some videos later about obsessive compulsive disorder and ADD and Asperger's syndrome, which are symptoms of Tourette syndrome that I have. And I'm also going to make a video about epilepsy. A few years ago I started having seizures out of the blue, just out of nowhere. I started having seizures. Probably 4 years ago, and so I want to talk about that as well, and I might shrink that all down into one video. I haven't decided yet. So yeah, that's about. Oh, and I'm gonna also be trying to document my tics. I made one video documenting some of my tics. I'm hoping to be able to record some when they're really bad at my absolute worst, so that you, the viewers, can see what it's like for somebody with an extreme form of Tourette's and what it's really like, and that it's, you know, not the television stereotype that's been given to Tourette's, and that it's really not funny, or, you know, it's that it can be very brash and harsh and not something that you know want to make fun of. So that's all I wanted to say for now. You can leave comments. Please do comment, rate my video. If you're going to leave a comment, leave a positive comment, ask a serious question. I'd love to answer your questions. But negative comments, stupid comments, I'm not going to approve those, because I want my channel to be a negativity-free channel. This is a positive channel. I don't want any negativity, no hatred, you know, nobody spouting off stupid stuff. As before, some of the videos that I did make, you know, playing music and stuff, where you know, people would message, you know, comment me saying how I look like a dyke and blah blah blah. And for one, I'm not gonna make videos about my sexual preference. It's just tired. I just don't need to do it. I know what I am, and I'm okay with it. So I know I look guyish or whatever. That's just my style, and I'm okay with that. So those kind of comments will not be approved. But I'll try to answer as many questions as I can. If I don't answer your question, please be patient with me, and I'll try to get back to answer. I'll try to answer. You know, trying to sound like a telephone. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you. Beep. I will try to answer your questions in the best that I can, given the time that I'm allotted to do so. I hope this video has been interesting and informative, and I appreciate you watching. Peace, love, and prosperity to everybody, for all around the world, forever and ever, until the end of time.